everyone. This is RAND, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Wednesday, June 4, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a time for change call tonight after 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Every tomorrow has two handles. We can take hold of it with the handle of anxiety or the handle of faith and reward Beecher. A key factor with these bodies that it doesn't register for the most part. And we create for ourselves everything. Hook, line, and sinker. We have no enemies, but because of the frequencies that whatever direction we take, we create them. It's all about frequency. It's all about how we view, perceive, and how things are laid out. Now, there are some of us, beings, stress-free beings, or just regular, whatever regular is, people, like any of us, yet they have adopted a variety of different ways of seeing, interpreting, and comprehending this world that allows them to fully live in this world, yet not get caught in its drama. The beings who are always relaxed inside, free from any kind of stress, have a constant expanding perception of themselves. They know no limits to what is possible. They also know no destination other than now. They experience no hesitation, procrastination, or postponement of their lives. Because life is too phenomenal, being here now. And a stress-free being loves life so much too much to be stressed out about it. Their mind does not get stuck on judgments of themselves or others and releases them the instant they arise. They have no resistance to life's multi-dimensional barrage of experiences. Thus, they hold no tension in their body's nervous system. Any stressful constrictions of blood vessels caused by adrenaline rushes, doubt, fear, or anger are instantly released so they can dive deeper into more experiences of joy, love, and freedom. They simply have their priorities straight. You want to make sure that you're in a comfortable position with no outside distractions, still as a statue, relaxed into your body, focused on your breath rising and falling. Now, these beings aren't trying to avoid an early death because they are too consumed with loving life, enjoying the illusion of it, and having a great time all the way to the grave. They know that everything is always going to change, and they trust they are always guided in this constant changing flow of life. When they connect with other people, they know it may be their last moments together, and yet are relaxed because they understand, they comprehend, that everyone is an infinite being who will never die, ever die. Because this wisdom circulates in their thoughts, emotions, physical body. They are constantly tapped into a perpetual flow of bliss within themselves. They have learned one key technique, that stress is the number one signal for the body to stop whatever they are doing and let it all go. Even if you have to do it 100 times, let it all go. I give it to the universe. Have it. It's yours. They know avoidance strategies do not work, and to ignore this signal and keep going will only cause future pain. They only want to transcend the mental prison of their ego's agenda, even though they've practiced the art of letting go and releasing for years. They always consider themselves to be a student. They are always learning. They've truly come around to embracing their own innocence. They can see and feel that within the innermost core of this pure being, they know this is the simple ecstasy everyone is seeking. People who embrace this kind of life, this way of life, have very playful energy. This entire universe is their playground. They play with all kinds of people from all walks and worlds. They also welcome any experience they come in contact with. They know how to easily handle any negative thoughts that arise in the mind. They never take these negative things too seriously and choose instead a playful approach on the inner world as well as the outer. Stress-free being resists nothing. When negative feelings and a grumpy state enters the mind, they invite it in openly and experience the pattern it's holding fully. Everything that occurs in their mind, emotions, and body are welcomed as a guest that is here to visit for a short time. They know the bigger picture of life, so they can welcome each thought and feeling and not get stuck in them. They see every negative thought as a small water rapid down the infinite river of life. And so they kick back and relish the ride over them. Someone who constantly lives in the stress-free zone has tapped into the truth of their being. They live each moment connected to the truth that they are an infinite being that knows no death. They know the body will come and go, yet who they are cannot be harmed or impacted by the outer world. When you fully embrace this knowing, it is impossible for stress to exit in your world for you. Realize that all outer world situations are temporary experiences that cannot touch the beauty and the lightness of your being. Realize the truth, and you will be truly free. You are not this mind, nor this body. You are this radiant, eternal light that cannot be dimmed in any way, shape, or form. Your true self continues to shine brightly through all of the adventures of being a human being that the mind may label as stressful. Whatever may cause your mind to feel stressed out is simply the mind being overly attached to a certain limited thought or form. When you realize the truth of who you are, the mind has to let go automatically, and you are free. It's all about a commitment that we make. And this is why one of the main reasons we do these meditations is just to quiet your mind. The meditative mind is a divine mind. It's simply being here in the now. It has become so relaxed that it is actually laser focused, pointing towards mindfulness in the now. Every stress-free being will tell you there is no better moment in your life than this one that is happening right now. Meditation is a way to quiet the mind so you can see that all experiences, negative and positive, are paths for the soul to discover this higher universal source. A quiet mind can hear their intuition clearly so they can establish deeper connections with everyone in this world and manifest a much more peaceful experience of life. A quiet mind is much easier to live with than a busy mind. We celebrate what is now. Attachment to your past and future is what creates the greatest amount of stress in your life. Since this moment is the only thing that is real, choose to be constantly celebrating what is happening now. If you are experiencing a problem, celebrate it. That problem will soon be a deep, eternal loving in disguise. Life is actually not about overcoming your problems and karma. It is a celebration of the opposites until there is equanimity in the mind and complete balance of emotions, which leads you into total freedom of consciousness. How could the mind know light without shadow, or depth without shallowness? The mind exists in a state of perpetual ebb and flow of the tides. Celebration of this play is what makes you a master of your life. Whatever it is that's happening in your life right now, there is some way you can celebrate it. There is always another door opening where one has closed. Now is that moment that is filled with life's amazing qualities. Just realizing this little secret will assist you greatly in choosing to see the miraculous instead of the mundane, wherever you are. It's for us to remember our infinite nature. As we go through our days, pause regularly to remember this simple truth. We are all eternal beings who will never die. We are souls in a body who will only change form. We will be reborn again and again and again if we want to or not. If we have enough awareness, we can choose to master this existence and then experience anything we want to. This infinite quality of your own being is obvious and very real. It is just like the sun, always shining, always bright, and super warm. And yet the sun is a grand understatement to describe the brilliance of who we really are. When you discover the true enormity inside yourself, everything will change, and the outer world will no longer impact you in a negative, fearful way. This universe will welcome you to explore this limitless divine self everywhere you go on its playground. So you can, up to you for the next 7 days, anytime you start getting stressed out about something, practice celebrating what is. Simply say to yourself, I choose to celebrate existence right now. Life is just too good to not make this choice. Even if you do not understand why, Look for the deep eternal love that is hidden behind this so-called problem and celebrate it as an opportunity for growth. It is your chance to quiet your mind, realize your infinite nature. Remind yourself, when you notice stress arising inside, that you are an infinite being that will not die. Notice what happens. Play with this and welcome all that life challenges you. Your job is to intimately know yourself as that which is permanent and can never be harmed, hurt, or changed. The creative process is a process of surrender, not control. Julia Cameron. Many of us created certain emotional and psychic shields as children in order to survive our childhood. These walls were necessary at that time to protect us and keep us safe. Yet, as adults, these barriers are still up. They are blocking you from feeling love, compassion, and intimacy with others. These walls are also stopping you from manifesting true financial freedom, abundance, and even profound health into your life. You feel stuck in your relationships with others, money, or yourself in any way. It's because your brilliant light is still hiding behind one of these old, heavy, unnecessary shields. Now you may ask, aren't there some situations where it's good to protect myself? Well, it all depends on how spiritually advanced you are and what lessons you're still needing to learn. You know you are an infinite being that will never ever die. Then what is there to defend? That which is real cannot be harmed. So why protect it? Yet, if you're still healing wounds inside the ego, creating an identity that needs certain boundaries, then it will feel blatantly obvious there is something that needs protection. You may need to be as strong as a mountain to stand up for your rights in order to one day let them go. Yet 99.99% of the time, you are not surrounded by angry, hungry tigers. And this defense mechanism is just an old unconscious habit blocking you from total liberation. The need to defend oneself is what actually makes your ego appear real. The ego, however, is like your shadow. How ridiculous. Now picture this, okay? Well, on a sunny day we have shadows, right? How ridiculous would it be to see someone or a bunch of people protecting their shadow from getting touched by sunlight? That would be a sight. This is how you look when you defend your ego. So you kind of look at the shadow as your ego. And there you are trying to protect the shadow from the sun. Any type of defending that you do is just coming from a place of fear, insecurity, weakness, defensiveness. It's about doing no harm on any level to any being. It is truly living from a place of peace with all beings and will only manifest peaceful situations. Can you imagine all of us on this planet not protecting our shadows, our ego, not protecting our ego. No need to. And then we would all be living from a place of peace with all beings. and only manifest peaceful situations. This is why we always go back to the fact that we're on a massive spiritual evolution. That's it. This species, this human being species, this human hybrid species, Homo sapiens sapiens species, is in a massive spiritual evolution in this very now moment. Whenever you get upset or triggered by others, because we all do, I don't think any of us are exempt from it, do this simple technique. Become like a flute that is hollow and light, and allow your breath to flow through you and your triggered feelings. Who knows? Their negative words may start to sound like music to your new ears. Even if you are in a long-term relationship and have been hearing sour notes for years, simply allow the song to play on through. Breathe into it, through it. Let your body feel it, and eventually release it. We invite you to make the choice right now to never protect or defend your ego. Just ask, whom am I defending? What shadow self is here? And is this aspect real or imaginary? Now, the more we investigate what needs to be defended, the more we realize these are only small, helpless, powerless voices from our past. It may be the same voice your parents or siblings had. If you need to, then feel this need to defend these shadow parts, then let it go. The greater your defense is, the more suffering enters your body, and you will soon be forced to let go because you are playing into that which is not real. This universe won't let you buy into the defensive energy for very long because the imaginary always moves to the real. It's easier to see the deeper lessons that life is teaching you once you become an unobstructed channel of awareness. The more you can let down your defenses, the more receptive you can become to the abundance and divine power all around you and inside you. The truth is that there is really no reason to be guarded at all. Who you truly are can never be hurt by the outer world. It is only the ego self that believes it can be harmed, hurt, and destroyed. The timeless infinite consciousness that you are cannot be touched by anyone or anything ever. As an eternal radiant being, we are impervious to attacks from the outer world. This infinite beingness has never been harmed by vicious words or energy. All negative energy passes right through without touching the beauty of our timeless consciousness. As you awaken more and more to this realization, you will automatically notice the silliness and uselessness of holding any walls up with anyone. These walls block the love from flowing between you. And once you see this, you will naturally take these walls down and let the brilliant light of your infinite nature shine through. You might want to try it, right? To make this radical choice to be unguarded. Practice it with everyone, everywhere you go. Do not try to defend your point of view or protect yourself from other people's opinions, judgments, or verbal attacks. Simply practice accepting and releasing whatever comes your way. Have compassion for others. Decide to be powerful and unlimited source of lightness, no matter what kind of energy is being sent your direction. Do not take anything personally. Remember one thing. Your ego is not real. Reside in what is real by surrendering to what is deepest inside, at the core of your innermost being. Whatever unwanted messages this universe sends you, welcome them and return to resting in this spiritual source inside. Play with creating a new unguarded way of accepting yourself and others in each moment. Allow everyone to have their own unique experience without judgment. And look for the deep eternal love in all of your interactions with them. These are all steps that we can choose to immerse ourselves in or not to. But eventually, we all will move into this. It's just a matter, and it's just up to us, it's just a matter of time. And it's up to us. You can feel it now, in this very now moment on this planet, how things aren't, and I'm not talking about, this is a first for the civilization. This is not something that has been. And the first is that, we're kind of like these, we're like stickies, right? And we're drawn to certain things. Well, we don't really think about it, but we're just drawn to them. And they stick to us. And then we find ourselves immersing ourselves into it, whatever it may be. Well, we don't have that anymore. And I hear from more and more people that say, it's not the same in the respect that what I would attract things and I would focus on them. And a lot of these things were disruptive because of the haranguing noise out there in society, the internet, all the illusions created to make one believe that it's real. Right? Trying to get us focused on that which is not real in order to create it into reality. Isn't that interesting? Now, are we aware of that? Not really. Some of us are on what this game is. But you see it. You see it now more than ever. You see it on the internet. You see artificial information. It's artificial information, which means it is not real. It's buffoonery. And what is its purpose? Its purpose is to see if we still stick to things. And what's happening is, more and more so, we don't. We are not focused on caustic confrontation anymore. We're not focused on disagreements, ego-bending minds anymore. We aren't interested in conflict, persecution, vengefulness. It's not there. It might be a passing but that's about all there is to it. So what do you do when that happens? Well, you ramp it up, right? You ramp it up so that somehow you've got to get the people of this planet focused on all that low frequency so that they can create it into their reality. Is it working? No, it's not. It's not working for the very first time. And this is not just little teeny cells on the planet. It is planetary wide. You want to call it, you can call it whatever you choose, awakening, awareness, epiphanies, whatever. But in actuality, it's the gods within us, the God within the soul, within the body, the collective consciousness is waking up on this planet. And I don't mean on a small scale, okay? So all of this prodding and pushing and effort to mislead, dissuade, causing all kinds of interruptions and worry and stress and fear and anxiety. So what does that do? When we were stuck to those things, we would create it all. We could look at times through the ages where we did, more than once. We don't do that anymore. We may still dip into it, right? Into the gunge and the goop, but we don't stay there like we used to. We say to ourselves, I don't really care to be in this. I'm not interested in it. It doesn't serve me the greater good. I'm going to, right now in this very moment, I'm going to switch gears and focus on what I want in my life. That's it. I'm going to focus on loving me, both the bad parts and the good parts. Caring for me. Consistently, not once in a great while. Being gentle, kind, generous, and humble with myself at all times. Being in the deepest of gratitudes at all times. Then where does the suffering come in? It doesn't. You move into the now every time you're in these meditations. And when we're in the now, all that other stuff doesn't exist. And we know the difference. It's like the difference between hot and cold, right? We know the difference. We know if we step over here in the ego mind, we know now. It's not like we're confused. We know the ego mind is an illusion. Okay? We know that we created it as a collective consciousness to teach us. And then we begin to realize through our waking process, coming out of amnesia, realizing who and what we truly are, you kind of chuckle. And you realize that the ego mind, all it's interested in is finding peace, and it believes to find peace you have to go out there. It does not know that it is connected with the God source. So then what you do is you begin to lead it rather than it leading you by being in heart-mind. And you have the heart-mind, which is much more powerful than the ego-mind. And then the heart-mind literally invites the ego-mind to follow it. And so the ego-mind, feeling not attacked, not disrupted, but at ease, moves into that. When you say the ego-mind, through the heart-mind, I'm here to lead you to peace. Period. Because no matter what it seems like, because this life is, it can be fluid at times, and it can be caustic at times. No matter what it seems outside there, it's all an illusion that we created. And that's why we say, whatever you do, don't take this life so seriously. Lighten up. Let these things that you used to let really get in and dig into you, let them go. In fact, open your door and say, hey, come on in. I've got some time here. You want to have a seat? I do that all the time. All the time. It's like you're doing things all the time. It's not once in a great while. You're practicing constantly. You're practicing being in the now constantly, reminding yourself, this is a now. I'm not in yesterday or tomorrow. I'm in the now. The very moment that I am in is all that I will ever have. That's it, the now. The moment. All this suffering, all this disappointment, expectations, attachments in life are all generated by ego mind. Love, peace, freedom, bliss, joy, happiness is at our beck and call within us whenever we choose. Our conflict ends. Is a problem with something, hey, come on in. Problem, come on, let's talk about this. You'll be blown away to see what happens. And all the time, you have these situations that chase you, and you're just saying, get in the closet. I don't care to have any interaction with you. Get in that closet. And then the closet, it gets so darn full that that door eventually is going to bust open. So any problem, any situation, you invite it in. They're the guest. Okay? You're the host. And you communicate. And you will see that it just fades away. And it doesn't really come back. It will come back repeatedly if you choose to ignore it. Oh, it'll go away eventually. And to finally come to the conclusion, and a lot of people have this. They have this. There's a situation with finances in our country right now. It's absolutely off. It's off the charts. It's so much now. And as far as anyone's financial situation, it doesn't really matter what has happened to you 10 years ago or what you were still struggling with yesterday. It doesn't matter if you have loads of money or are dirt poor or are happy with just getting by. You can still step into abundance consciousness now and begin to feel that your life is rich and full of amazing opportunities. This feeling will attract all the money and goodies you desire. And it's okay it is a good thing to receive rich things. We were all taught that, oh no, you should be as poor as a pauper. Money's the root of all evil. Don't do this, don't do that. But it's okay to receive rich things. Every one of us, you've heard me say this more than once, deserves the best of everything. Period. No ifs, ands, buts about it. But then you have people who are taught a certain way. Oh, no, that's being greedy. No, I better not do that. And this feeling will attract all the money, all of it. Even if you've never worked a hard day in your life, you do deserve to take an abundant vacation. And what matters most is that you do not postpone another moment of your life and put on your abundance vision. And don't take it off. This is key for every one of us on this planet. You know why? Because the collective consciousness, as we are a part of, we begin to selectively reposition our frequencies with this universe, and then everyone on this planet will eventually have all that they need ever will, beyond and forever. Want, beyond and forever. Experience, beyond and forever. Join you in the meditation. I'll return close out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. And an easy and slow breath out through the mouth. Remain still, relaxed into your body, focused on your breath rising and falling. Watch yourself today very closely for any negativity. If you encounter a serious negative emotional pull, just imagine a red stop sign jumps out in front of your face. Stop buying into the dramatic story of this negativity and step out of the game. Become aware of pure awareness itself. This is the secret to always burning through the limiting illusions and games that your mind plays with you. Commit to taking all that negative energy, transform it into creative love for yourself by simply choosing to. And you can do this right now, this very instant. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, the following morning. We'll return here tonight, Wednesday, June 4th, after 9:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our Time for Change call. And Thursday, June 5th, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our Global Guided Meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times. No matter what's going on within you or outside of you, open your heart and allow the magic to flow in.